Hey friends, I just wanted to take a quick moment to ask if you could check out the Blood Donut Studios Patreon. There's no obligation, of course, but if you're a fan of what we do, you can get all kinds of fun things like Star Trek commentaries, early access to our Star Trek reviews, extra bits of fresh-faced comics, and your name in the description of every Blood Donut video. That'll all be linked below. Thank you for your time. On with the show. Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, Data and Data's humanity. We are recording, as with all of our Star Trek videos, we kind of do them in blocks of two. Most of our Star Trek recordings, we do in blocks of two. So we just came off of The Measure of a Man, and we're still kind of recovering from that. So today I'm sure we will be highly disappointed. Today we're watching an episode. Today we're watching an episode called The Dauphin. Not the dolphin, the Dauphin.
Dauphin?
Instead of like an O-L, it's an A-U. Dauphin.
Oh, okay.
Dauphin. So, I don't know. It tells me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to be disappointed, if only because it's following up The Measure of a Man.
And also because I'd love it if you were saying that name wrong.
There's no way. I'm going to say it right now. There's no way I'm wrong about this. There's no way. It can't happen. Anyway, we're going to get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch The Dauphin. Is Guinan the best character on this show? If not, she's up there.
She's up there,
she's
for
up there.
sure.
She's big time up there. I really... I know I've been praising Whoopi Goldberg in every episode she's appeared in. Although, actually, in our last episode discussion, we did forget to mention her great scene with Picard. But she's great in this, too.
She is.
Truly a fantastic note to end the episode on. And as such, it is the first thing on my mind. But you know what else is on my mind?
Go ahead.
The other best character on this show that we have been meaning to mention for like a couple videos straight, and we just keep forgetting to. My son O'Brien.
O'Brien.
Chief O'Brien. I love him. I love him so much. We didn't realize at first that he was like continually showing up in things. But I think it was in like Matter of Honor. Yeah, Matter of Honor is the first one where I wrote him down. And Matter of Honor happened, and I was like, yeah. I was like, well, because I mentioned, I was like, does TNG have like a proper like engineer guy like Scotty, like TOS?
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't know, is it that guy? I was like, I don't know, maybe. And you're like, he's been around for a couple episodes. I was like, wait, really? Has he? And now he's been in every episode since.
Yeah.
So...
He's the show seems to pivot this Chief O'Brien as like the transporter chief.
Yeah, which is cool. He's cool. I really like him. He's nice. He's a nice, just like constant presence to have here. You know,
and it's really
I feel secure with O'Brien. You know? Like I feel like I trust him to beam me somewhere. Scotty, I think, would like accidentally get drunk and beam me somewhere different. But like O'Brien, I think is like a safe set of hands to have on those controls. You know.
Yes. And to answer your question about engineering in general, it seems to be Geordi's general job.
That's true. I think I never really like associated Geordi like as much with engineering though, because I don't constantly see him in the transporter room. You know?
Fair.
That's where my mind goes to when I think of an engineering guy, because that's all Scotty did. Really.
Right. But we've seen a lot more of like people doing actual enginering things.
Yeah, like they're constantly working on that big fucking tube thing. Like it's that I always forget the name of. But yeah, yeah. But like O'Brien is, I feel like he's I'm in safe hands with O'Brien. It's great. You know what wasn't great? This episode. This episode was not great. Not the worst thing ever, I suppose. But it's just kind of there. Why are people calling Wesley Wes now? Why? That happened last episode. I think like one character called him Wes at one point, and now in this episode, that is all everyone calls him is Wes.
Right?
I'm so confused.
I don't know.
When did that happen? Did he pick up on that when his mom was killed and shoved in a closet somewhere? Did that happen? Is that what happened to him? I don't know. It's weird. You know what else is weird? Kid romance. I find, or rather specifically the trope that characters see each other for the first time and are automatically attracted to each other. And I get, the concept of love at first sight, but I find often when you're writing a story, I feel like I need a little bit more than love at first sight to buy a character's romance, personally. Mm-hmm. But then, of course, there is the aspect of, like, they're, like, the only two kids in the ship. Although, apparently, according to TNG, there are other kids somewhere on the ship that we just never fucking see.
We saw children, plural.
Yeah.
In what? The first episode?
Yeah, the first episode. And I think we saw them a couple times afterward, because I think there was that one where the other kids were staying on board, and I think the other like crew kids were there as well, right? Like,
yeah, that sounds correct. But like I think at this point, if we were like picturing the ship, they're all on like the lower half.
Yeah.
Like we always seem to be.
And we're never there.
Yeah, we're always on like the deck, the top half.
Yeah. Yeah, have we mentioned Riker sitting yet in these videos? I don't know if we have.
I think if we did, we mentioned that we would not doing a count of it like shirtless Shatner.
I wish we had known that this was a thing that would be like consistent and something to look out for every time that Riker sat down in a chair. But it happens. Jonathan Frakes is a tall man. He makes complete use of the fact that he's a very, very freakishly tall man.
Right.
And he does that. It's great.
In one of the better scenes, because you joked.
Dude, I love this scene. Whoopi Goldberg is so excited to be flirting with Jonathan Frakes, and you can just tell. Oh my god, they're so excited. The idea is they're showing Wesley how to like sort of connect with a person because he's trying to get with Celia, and it's just Jonathan Frakes and Whoopi Goldberg flirting, and I'm so into it. It's fantastic. It's great.
The set particular scene ends with Leslie's like, okay, I think I get it. She's like, shut up, kid.
Yeah, she's like, I'm into this shit. It's great. And so am I. I loved watching it. It was awesome. Wesley Crusher is also a monster fucker. This is confirmed. He's
except in one scene when
it's a little weird because he finds out that she's a hair monster, and then he's
he finds out that she can shapeshift because she's actually just a beam of light.
Well, we didn't know the beam of light thing yet. The beam of light thing is an end of episode twist. So as far as he's concerned up to that point, her true form is a hair monster. And so Wesley Crusher is a monster fucker, but then he doesn't like that she's a hair monster. But then he goes to apologize anyway because he knows that she's a hair monster, and he's like, I want to apologize for being mean to you for being a hair monster. And then she's like, it's okay, but you should leave because I need to transport down to my true form. And he's like, all right, I get it, but I'm going to stay here with you. And that's a nice sentiment actually. But then she turns into a beam of light. What?
Yeah, that beam of light is a bit of a loop.
Yeah, big change. My note literally just says she is light ? That's all it is.
And then Riker gives him this weird look.
Yeah. Those hair monsters, her and Anya, her governess person, woman, caretaker, lady thing. There's some wild screams. You know who else has a wild scream?
Oh, yes.
Worf.
I
love that scene where Worf is talking to Wesley. Wes, I should be saying, I suppose, about how to mate with Klingons, and it's just funny. It's really funny. I like it.
Yeah. Because the scene jumps sort of jump edit to Worf just screaming at the camera.
It was actually scary for a second. Yeah, horrifying. But oh man, also I don't know. I liked the hair monster designs. They continually changed in size though, because when we find out that Anya's a hair monster at first, she's like a little guy, and then when she goes to attack Worf and she gets all pissy at Wesley, she turns into a big hair monster.
Yeah.
And then Celia is an even bigger hair monster, and I don't know why that's the form they chose. Like, can they just not be light? Can they be light? Is that can they not fight when they're light?
I don't know, man.
I'm very confused by this episode.
This episode, I think, raised far more questions than it intended to.
Yeah. Also, why does Starfleet keep giving these guys these missions with clearly dangerous things? Although also, I guess there really was no danger because they weren't ever going to attack the crew, but they continually threatened them at the very least.
Right? I mean, no. I'm pretty sure Anya was actually totally willing to kill that one sick crewman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was like, you should let him die. I forgot about that scene. What?
Yeah, this is when their at least her shape-shifting form comes out.
Yeah.
And Pulaski's helping cure a dude who's sick.
Yeah.
And she enters sickbay. And it's like, you should kill him. And she's like, if you won't, I will. Turns into effectively a bear. Thing.
What is happening? Ooh. I didn't like this. I didn't like this. There were individual things I liked, but on the whole, I did not like this.
You're already blacking out parts of the episode in your mind.
Yeah, I blocked out that scene entirely. Oh, Jesus. All right. Whew, that was the Dauphin, I suppose. Never going to think about that one again.
Nope.
I guess be sure to join us next time when we continue Star Trek The Next Generation. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
I'm Jacob.
Goodbye.